it.
All right, we have Allie Schneider on our guest speaker for October. And you guys, this is qualifiers day, and she didn't need it to get to 39 Club. In fact, she's not just 39 Club, she's 41 Club. And I expect a 50 Club here very soon from her and her incredible team. Some of them who are on tonight, because I have to tell you, it has been incredible to be able to see the momentum that they've been creating, the teamwork, and it just happened. And I think that is just serendipitous and beautiful and reflection of what Allie has created with this entire team and Juice Plus Company. So a little bit about how I know Allie, because Amy and I both have really special relationships with her, and you guys are going to hear a little bit about that too. But Allie is a part of Team Shining Star, and I've been watching her. She was the girl who hit NMD in 4 months after hitting sales coordinator, something like that. She just was wicked fast. And she just always had this humbleness, calm sense about her. And I just always wanted to be around that. I got to know her every so often, but Amy talked me into going to Mars. And I am forever grateful because of that moment. I was able to be put into a pod with Allie, and my life has never been the same. I get to talk to her on a weekly basis with some of the other cherry bombs, and talk about a winning mom. She is raising 2 boys who see her win nonstop. I mean, she was a college athlete. She taught college basketball, and her husband is the coach for KU. And I just can't think of a better home for these kids to be raised in. But what is really cool is these boys know when she is going for goals because they're going for the same thing. So hearing them say today, "Did you make 39 Club?" is awesome. So, take a little tip out of her, playbook and get your kids involved, but also just get a notebook and take down what she has to say. Allie, thank you so much for being on this call to share with our teams how you and the rest of your team on here got you to 39 Club.
Awesome. Yes, thank you so much for having me. I love that you guys do these calls together with Amy and Christy. I've known them both for a while now. Amy longer than Christy, and I'm just going to tell you guys, it doesn't matter, whose team you're on. I know you guys are all, you act as one team. So having both of them as your leaders is so exciting. But, whichever one is your national marketing director, you guys are blessed. And you have to know that, right? That's where I have to start, because you have to know how lucky you are to have these ladies as your leaders, because not everybody in the company has somebody like that, somebody who's willing to bend over backwards and do anything they can to help you. And these guys really are there, and they really want to do this. So I'm honored to be able to share with your team, and I love it because, and I just got out, I did some stuff for Heidi Phillips' team earlier tonight, and I've gotten to know some of them, but I know a lot of you, and so I feel like I can talk to you guys a little differently. So maybe a little coaching, we'll see. But if anybody wants to be called out or share anything specific, you can message me. But I am excited to have the opportunity to share with you guys some things tonight. So, what I'm going to start with is just talking a little bit about qualifying your business, because that's what's on my mind, because that's what we've been focused on this month. And I will tell you that we were 30 last month, okay? So we finished at 41 this month. So, and we actually lost a couple. So that's a lot to make up. And there's no way that we would do that. We would have done that without just awesome team chemistry, just awesome, everyone pulling together, really pride in what we're doing, showing up to represent what we're part of. I think it's a really, really big deal. So I'm going to talk to you guys just a little bit about why you want to qualify your business and changing lives. And, a lot of people get into this business, and you might get in this and say, oh, I don't really want to do this as a business, but you do like to help people. And so that's what you're doing. If you have a qualified business, that shows that you care, first of all. If you are trying to qualify your business, that shows that you care enough about your friends and family that you're willing to share with them and you are willing, to step out a little bit. You might be stepping out of your comfort zone, but it's because you care, and it's because you're not being selfish. So anyone on this call who has a qualified business, really congratulations to you for stepping out and caring enough about people to share this with them. So that's the first thing. You're changing lives. That's why you want to qualify your business, okay? The second is a consistent paycheck. If you have a qualified business consistently, especially once you get customer qualified, that's when you're going to notice, that you have consistent money coming in. If you're not qualified, it might be really up and down. You might make nothing one month. You might make $80 the next month. You never know what you're going to be making. If you qualify your business, it will become consistent, and it will continue to grow. If you teach people how to do the same thing, it's going to continue to grow. And then, another reason to qualify your business is to be part of something bigger than you. This month of us going for 39 Club, I am so stinking proud of everybody on my team, but it is seriously it is fun when you have people. We're 41 because nobody wanted to be left out. Okay, that's why we're 41. Because we said we're going for this, and everybody wanted in. Nobody wants to be the person who's not part of the 39, or not part of the 24, or not part of the 50. Nobody wants to be that person. So when you guys, and I know that, Amy and Christy as your leaders have big goals. And so I'm going to encourage you to, when that happens, when they let you know what their goals are, just rally together as a team. It's not them hitting it. It's your whole team hitting it. They are just the national marketing director, but it's your whole team hitting it. And I'm telling you guys, you have two amazing leaders who will do anything for you. So sometimes it's another reason to do something is just to step out and help them do something. Pay back a little of the time and effort and sweat and tears that they have put into trying to help you to build your business, and just pay it back to them a little bit too. So, they bust their ass for you. So in a short amount of time, you bust your ass for them. And if that is building a team, right? So those are the three reasons I feel like, we want to qualify our business. Changing lives, a consistent paycheck, and just to be part of something bigger, to be part of a team, to take pride, to represent, to show up, all of those things. We honestly, and I've had a couple people now, what did you guys do?
His dad was on it.
Really, what did you guys do specifically? How did you go from 30 to 41? And it was nothing secret. It was nothing new. It was just everybody buying in and actually doing the work for 1 month, for a short amount of time, right? We're competitive too, and we don't want to. If we're going for something, we're going for it. I think as a team, we kind of have that mentality. So that plays a part of it. But it was all those people who said, I'm going to do this. It was them actually just doing work. That's it, right? So they commit 20 minutes a day, 30 minutes a day to message people, to invite to events, to create events, to get people on connected to our calls. I know you guys do your team calls. I know, some of you on Christy's team do some stuff with the cherry bombs. So get connected. And that is where my team has grown so much, and why they've grown so much and why we've grown so fast is because they're connected and they buy in, and they always show up and represent on any call we're doing. And you got a lot of this is actually the time every Monday night at 8 p.m., which is what time it is for me now. I know you guys are all over the world, but we do our fast track VF calls. So a lot of my team is on here. The people who should be on that call, the brand new reps, are on here because they're showing up and they're representing, and they're a lot of them on here. And we take a lot of pride in anything we do, respect and represent and show up. So that if you guys can do that, then I promise your business is going to grow. If you stay connected, and those of you who are on here right now, it's awesome because you are connected, you're getting on. So your business is going to grow, just by doing that. But really really connect, get your teams on. I would also, and you guys, Christy, Amy, you guys can stop me anytime if you want something specific. I have some other things I want to share around this and like going for 39 Club, but you stop me anytime you wanted me to share something specific.
You do your thing, Allie.
You're on roll, girl. I want to really encourage you all to have a big vision, a big dream, and to not sell yourselves short. And I have been guilty along the way of being very selfish myself, and definitely selling myself short. But by being selfish, I mean by not caring enough about other people to share this with them. That's being selfish. And I was a sales coordinator for 4.5 years. And then when I decided that I was being selfish because I had a lot of people in my life that needed this, then we did hit NMD really fast. And we've, just continued to grow from there. But, I think a lot of us, product-wise, I think a lot of people, you don't think you're being selfish at all. Nobody intends to be selfish. I know that. If you're in this company and you're on one of our teams, you're not intending to be selfish. But we are if we're too scared to share it with people. All that's saying is we care more about what people think of us than we do about our friends' health, right? So for me, I realized I was being selfish. I also realized I was not building a business. And I can't even imagine right now, as our team as a 41 Club, I can't imagine how many people out there would still be sick today or would still be working a full-time job. AJ Majors is on here. Look at her, she would probably still be plugging away in the in the athletic department or something. I mean, seriously, think about it. If you don't share this with people, that is selfish because they need it. They need their health and they need an opportunity. And you don't know who wants it. You don't know what their home life is like. You don't know what their health is behind closed doors. They don't talk about being constipated on Facebook. Probably they don't talk about, they don't talk about those things. They don't put it out there. So you have no idea who needs it. But don't be selfish, okay? Reach out to them and about the product and about the business. Guys, take a lot of pride. I'm so proud of what I do. And I haven't always felt like that because it hasn't always clicked for me. So, and I know some of you are really new on here and it's probably not clicking for you at all yet. If you haven't been to conference, then you haven't seen like the big picture. You haven't caught the vision maybe, but I'm going to help you try to catch a little bit of the vision. But getting to conference is important. But taking enough pride in what you do that, when someone talks to you about what you do, or that you stand there with confidence and you can tell them confidently, how excited you are about changing people's lives and how excited you are about building this business and how proud you are of what you do. I mean, we've got, we're stay-at-home moms with a paycheck. We've got people quitting their jobs. It's awesome. So be proud of what you do, okay? And I'm going to also tell you guys, whatever your goal is, if you have a B, some of you I know do image, if you have a B set or just the goal, whatever it is that you're striving for, is right now, today, October 2nd, some of you might be feeling discouraged, down, or disappointed because when you left the last conference or when you signed up as a distributor, you had a certain goal that you were going to try to hit by yesterday, right? By this conference in Indianapolis. And for some of you, it didn't happen. And for some of you, it did. But what the most important thing, if it didn't happen, is to look back and count your wins. Look at everything that you have done. So if you were trying to get somewhere and you were actually putting in work, I guarantee you your business has grown and you have changed lives. There's a lot of people whose lives you've impacted because of what you did. So don't get caught up in, and if you didn't hit something, you reset your B, you start over, and you go for it. And that's what we're talking a lot about right now in October because we just hit a huge goal. And to be honest, you guys, 39 Club was our team goal. And last week, I had already, in my brain, I had already shifted it to 50. You can ask Christy. I was there already because I knew 39 was good. And so it's important to celebrate wins. And I want you guys to look back at everything you've accomplished over the last 6 months and celebrate every win that you've had. But go forward, move forward, because that's how you're going to change lives. So take the next step. These next 2 weeks, a few weeks before a conference are really important in building momentum, because you're going to come back, or your team's going to come back fired up, right? So get them there. And with the vision of this, and I'm going to ask you guys, just let you ask some questions. I want to share 2 things. And Christy asked me to share one story, and I'm going to share one because it's just what we're putting out there. It's just the energy that you have, right? So for my team, 3 years ago when I was going for national marketing director, we kind of went through this big push. And you have to communicate that with your people, right? With your people your people, your family, your kids, your spouses, your close friends. They need to know what you're doing. So if you're going for sales coordinator, you need to tell them you're going for sales coordinator. And this is what it looks like. And these are the calls, you're going to be on the call, and you're going to go to this event, and this is why. And let me tell you this, it took me way too long to realize this. For a long time, I seriously told myself, my kids are my priority. So therefore, no, I can't get on that phone call during bath time, or no, that's dinner time, or no, I don't have a babysitter, or whatever, because my kids were my priority. And what I realized the day that I made that shift, and I said for 6 months, but for this amount of time, Juice Plus is going to be my priority. Gosh, you guys, what that did was it took my family way over the top, because this is our life. And when I was able to realize that what I was doing with Juice Plus and the life that I am building for my kids is so much bigger than whether or not they got to bed on time. Oh my gosh, it's just, or whatever. And you all don't have kids, I realize that, but whatever it is that is your excuse that you think is actually your priority, I'm going to encourage you to think about what your life would be like if you put this business as your priority for a short amount of time. Okay, so whatever it is your priority, right? Whether it's a charity or whether it's your family or whatever it is, if you put this business as a priority and you create of absolute financial freedom and time freedom and health, now what's going to happen to your family? Now what's going to happen to the charity that's your priority? Wherever it is that you spend most of your time, you guys are going to be able to give so much more of yourself, of your time, of your money, of all of it when you put this business as your priority. So I can't tell you enough. I made the mistake for a long time of using my family as an excuse or thinking that way. And now I realize, and these are both of my kids. So Cash just turned 8 last month and Cole is 6. But I'm going to give you 2 examples of why I know this is true. When I put my Juice Plus business as a priority, this is what happened. Cash is now 8, but when he was 7, actually he might have just been 6. He was trying to figure out what he wanted to do when he grew up with his life. Okay, all 6-year-old boys do. My husband is a Big 12 college basketball coach. He's a head basketball coach in the big deal. Really a big deal for little kids. Little kids who've grown up in sports their whole lives. Like, most 6-year-old boys want to do what their daddies do, right? You would think, especially when their dad does something as cool as what my husband does. So Cash was trying to figure out what he wants to do when he grows up. And I was tucking him into bed one night, probably late because I had been on a call. And he said, "Mommy, what's another job that gets to hang out with their friends, travel all the time, homeschool their kids, and help people be healthy?" He had those 4 things. He just named them all. Hang out with their friends, travel all the time, homeschool their kids, and help people be healthy. That is what my 6-year-old thought that my job was. It is what it is. But for his brain to see that, and I said, so he asked me, "What's another job?" like yours that has those 4 things. And I kind of I started crying, and I said, I don't think there is one. And he said, well, do I have to be on stage like you are? And I said, no. And he said, okay, I want to do that then. You know, what 6-year-old boy doesn't want to do what their dad does? Instead chooses, he can see it. It's because he has seen that this life that we have, that this freedom that he has in his life, the flexibility that we get, and all the things that we get to do, he sees it. And he sees us, not me, not just me, my whole team. AJ's like their second mom. He sees her win every day. He sees our entire, team, our entire family winning every day. So that is one. And just this week when we were going for 39 Club, Cole, who is now 6, I had like reports all over. I mean, I had papers everywhere. I was crunching numbers. It was not the time for him to be laying on the floor right here beside me, whining about something. I wanted to throw him out the window, to be honest. Have any of you ever felt like that? I know you have not, but I did, okay? I wanted to pick him up and throw him out the window. And I didn't. I just set my papers down for a second, and I told him what we were doing, what our team is doing, why it's so important, and if he helps me do this, by meaning he gets out of my way and doesn't whine anymore, if he helps me do this, then we're going to go get a new toy whenever I hit 39. And you know what? And I still have the names here on my board. He would walk in the mornings and he would ask me, what's Andrea looking like? Or, how's Lorna doing today? Or he knows the names that I'm really focused on, and he asks about them. And yesterday morning I walked in here, I sat down, I was pulling up, I was getting ready to pull up my reports, and he walked in before I had even got it up, and he said, are you 39 Club yet? And I said, I'm getting ready to count. You want to help me? And he sat on my lap and he counted 40, and he celebrated like no other. And then he said, now can we go get a toy? Because he knew he had a B, right? But I'm telling you guys, if you will just communicate with your families and let them help you, let them support you, let them watch you win, there's nothing better. Make your business a priority, and it's going to absolutely take your family over the top. And whatever you care about, whatever you are pouring into, that's what's going to happen. So, it's fun for your kids to be able to be part of it. So if you do have kids, include them and let them know what's going on. Let them know why you're on the phone. Let them, if you have husbands, they need to know the same thing. Trust me. Let them know, right? Anyway, so I wanted to, share those 2 stories, and I would love if you guys have any questions. I also, the other thing about this is once you start to build a team, so we are, we're really just trying to make VFs, right? That's what we're in. We're in this, we're in a business. If you can just build yourself to VF, qualify your business, and then do the same. Help other people do the same. Build to VF and qualify their businesses. That's what we're all about. Raising people up, watching people grow, helping people learn to be leaders. That is so much fun. So much fun. And, you guys are going to see that. And I'm also going to tell you one more thing, and then I want you to see who has questions or anything. But believe in your team and let them know that you believe in them. Be the person to believe in them before they believe in themselves. And that was something that Joy and Mitra and Doug, really Doug's the one who called me out and told me that I should be up there. And that was all it took, like one sentence, He said, Joy has you pegged for the podium. And that was it. And I was a sales leader when he told me that. And 6 months later, we were national marketing director team because somebody else called me out and let me know that they believed in me. So I'm just going to tell you guys, sometimes you have to believe in your team before they believe in themselves. So let them know, believe in them, and just raise up leaders. Just help them grow. So plug in my computer here. Or do you have any questions? I can't wait to celebrate with all of you in Indianapolis.
Hey, so I know we have a lot of people on here. So when you said be excited about when people ask you what you do, what do you tell them? Because I know that's something my team struggles with is the excitement of what we do, but mostly how to word it. So how do you tell people that?
You know, this isn't necessarily the answer you want, but a lot of times it depends on who I'm talking to, how I approach it. Usually it depends on who I'm talking to, how I approach it. If it's somebody who I've never met, you know, because that is, and I know you guys move a lot. So that is like, and I don't move as much as you do, but we've moved 3 times, you know, throughout this journey, but that is a blessing. And I know you can feel like it's a downer, but it is a blessing because you are meeting people all over the world. You're building, you know, you can build little pods of people everywhere. You have this community of people worldwide, nationwide that you can work with. So that is a blessing. So I know you guys move a lot. So you probably do meet a lot of new people. And, you know, what do you do? You know, I love, and this is Christy, you know, I love how, you know, she did a call with our team, you know, just last week, but you know, it's hard for me to tell you what I do without telling you why I do it and get into, you know, your 2-minute story. Share your, you know, so stepping into your story and sharing your 2-minute story. You know, I will a lot of times use, you know, I help people get healthy for a living, or I help people stay home. You know, I help people become stay-at-home moms. If it's somebody who I'm talking to, I know that would be like their thing. You know, so it depends, you know, kind of figure out who you're talking to. If it's, I'm also, you know, personal trainer. So if it's somebody like that, then I do the same thing that you do, help people get healthy. I just make a lot more money and I don't spend near as much time. You know, there's a lot of different people who you're going to be talking to, but being excited, it doesn't honestly, for the most part, matter what you say. If you are super excited and confident in how you say it, that's what they're going to pick up on. They're going to pick up on your energy and your passion, and whatever you say. If you ask them, would you be interested in, you know, having more of a conversation, or if I sent you something, would you get on this event or something like that? If you say it with confidence and excitement, then they're going to be much more likely to do it than if you stumble over it and, you know, you're just unsure of yourself. You know, if you present, maybe you guys have something else you do, or maybe you say, well, I'm a stay-at-home mom, but I also do some Juice Plus stuff on the side. You know, nobody's going to get excited about that. I'll tell you that. If you are a stay-at-home mom and somebody asks you what you do, then you can say, well, I'm a stay-at-home mom with a kick-ass paycheck, and I'm changing people's lives every day. And, you know, so just going from there. So it depends who you're talking to, but excitement, confidence, and, you know, it's all about your energy that you're giving off, I think. Any other questions?
We got a quiet group today, Christy.
I know, right? But aren't you like, put me in, coach?
They're adding to the meeting.
What? Are you guys talking to me? I was trying to like unmute myself.
Go for it.
Allie, I feel like you guys do a really good job of like inviting and having lots of people come to all of your fun things and events and whatnot. Can you talk on that for a second? Like if you've got any words of wisdom on inviting?
Yeah.
And having events too.
You find someone like AJ to join your team who's super fun. Everybody wants to come. Honestly, we do, depends on what we're doing, but we do a lot of, just fun things, you know, not necessarily all Juice Plus stuff. So we do a Taste of the Shred, you know, every month, and people know that it is Taste of the Shred, but we're also going to be drinking wine and having a good time. So, you know, just because we're talking about the shred doesn't mean we have to be not drinking wine. That gets a lot of people there. Or, you know, AJ and I will do, you know, a girls' night. We'll, you know, as long as the two of us are there. So if you have a buddy, you guys can control the conversation. You know, if you have 2 friends, if there's 2 of you, you can have a girls' night and invite 3 or 4 friends or a whole bunch of people, but you know, if you're sitting around talking, you can steer the conversation to, oh, I'm so excited about Indy, or, oh, did you, you know, the next big event that's coming up. And then people are going to ask. So without, you know, making it a big event, but really just creating excitement and buzz around what you do. We always post, you know, whether we had a kick-ass event or not. If it was just the two of us, if nobody else showed up, which hasn't happened in a long time, I'll say. But when we were first starting, it did happen, you know, nobody else showed up. But we would make sure that everybody knew we had an awesome event, and we got to just hang out and drink wine. So it was fun. But now it is, personal messaging is really important. I would never, you know, I don't ever send Facebook invites to an event or I'll send them a flyer and a message, and then I will follow up with them several times. And the day of the event, I would follow up with them, you know, make sure they know they can invite other people. But I think just creating fun, you know, just creating a fun culture, and not, it's hard when you first get started, I think, to think that everything has to be Juice Plus. But, you know, as I have grown in this, I have realized that it's really about the culture and the community, and creating something that people want to be part of. You know, putting off the energy that attracts the right people, and not feeling like every event you do has to be Juice Plus, but it can actually just be relationship building, especially with you guys who move so much. You know, just doing events that are fun and building relationships and letting people know you. But when you show up, you know in your mind that it's a Juice Plus event, and you know that you're giving off the right energy. You don't have to talk about Juice Plus, but you're giving off the right energy, and you're saying the right things, and you're sharing your lifestyle with people. It's going to intrigue them, and it's going to allow you to continue to develop that relationship and open up the lines of communication. So really just creating fun and creating a culture of having fun and positivity. There's too much negativity in the world, right?
True.
I was going to add to that real quick. I get this a lot from my downline about inviting the same people to events, especially in-person events. I think it's really important, if you're trying to create a culture in your area, invite the same people. It's okay if they can't come this one time. They'll catch you next time. And it keeps reassuring that you're building that relationship, that it wasn't just one time you needed them to come, or you needed that one order, or they feel like that. It's just come one time, or maybe they get to come then the next, but they get to see how easy and how fun this is, and it intrigues them into this business as well. You know, so never stop inviting the same people. They'll tell you if they don't want to come, or they don't want to hear from you again, and it doesn't really change your relationship. It's that you love them and you really want to be around them. If you're genuinely sharing your heart, they're going to feel that. So don't be afraid to invite them to multiple events.
Thanks, guys.
All right. Are there any other questions? So I know there's a lot of excitement centered around the fact that we are official restart as of yesterday on our way to Phoenix. And so, Allie, have you talked to your team at all about what that means?
You know, we haven't a lot. Last night we just had a big celebration call. But we are, yeah, it is really important, you guys. And I just told, you know, Heidi's team when I was talking to them, these 2 weeks leading up to conference, or 3 weeks, or however long it is, so many people, the people who don't build a business very fast, who, you know, just are kind of coasting along, will just take these few weeks off, feel like they're going to gear up for conference because they know they're going to go get juiced up and come back excited. But if you can build momentum now going into conference, you definitely want to have events on your calendar for when you come back already. So have something scheduled for when you come back. But these next couple weeks leading into conference is going to be big in setting the tone for whether or not you're going to, you know, accomplish your goals, you know, coming out of conference. So it is so important to reset and reevaluate your goals, your B's, all the time. You know, I think I like to have a goal for the month of October and then November, but, you know, as in that you have your big ultimate goal of where you're going to go into Phoenix, right? I don't know, Amy and Christy, do you have where are you going into Phoenix at? Have you reset that?
Oh, yeah.
We're going to be on Camelback together.
Okay.
With
So-
champagne and vegan cupcakes. Sorry.
So they're going into Phoenix. You guys are all going into Phoenix as 39 clubs. All right. So if Christy and Amy, are leading the charge in that, that is exciting. So you have a long time to make that happen. But why would you want to wait? Right. I think so many of us wait till like the last month and decide, okay, yeah, I'll do it. But just start now and do it like, the 3 reasons I said in the beginning. But if you start, get yourself qualified and then build later and then help somebody else qualify their business. Because again, that's when you're really, if you have joined this mission, that's what we're about. Okay. Helping people. So if you are part of the mission, now I was a distributor for a while before I actually say I joined the mission because I hadn't jumped in yet. But if you are part of this and you love our mission, you want to help people, right now is the time to do it. Rally together as a team and show up, represent, make it happen for yourselves and for your leaders and be part of something special. That is awesome. I love it. So everybody's going to have their own individual part that they're going to play in that. Some of you guys, if you are already qualified, commit to going in to Phoenix as a 3 club. You can definitely produce 3 qualifiers or a 7 club or a 12 club or whatever it is. What can you create from now until then and celebrate every win that you have along the way? This is exciting. I love it.
I see a lot of smiles. Isn't it great when you see people smiling? Because I think they're finally, realizing, okay, the past is the past, and now we have a future, and it's going to be an extraordinary 6 months. So keep the smiles going. Let's grab a bee and everybody have fun along the way. Allie, I love having you on. Like, I could listen to this for days. So
I have something that's not about this, but that I just want to reach out to your teams. So I am is that okay? Yeah. Okay, so I'm part of the Healthy Living Revolution. There's a subcommittee. There's several subcommittees, but the one I am on is specifically focused on the kids program and like a 10 to teen program. You guys you have to be at Phoenix because this overhaul that we're doing, the Children's Health Study is going to be revamped. It's still going to be there. It's going to be awesome. But a whole program for kids, like an entire program for young kids, and then a 10 to teen program with like videos and magazines. And like, it's going to be awesome. It's a lot of work. It's going to take a lot of time. But what we're trying to do right now before Indy is have just like little bits ready so that they can share, a little hint into what's going to be happening. And one thing that we want to have ready is some videos on our YouTube channel. So there's going to be, because if you guys, I know a lot of you have kids, and kids will watch kids do anything. You can give a kid a phone, and if they can find another kid drinking on YouTube, they're going to watch it. It doesn't matter what they're doing. So we're going to have a special YouTube channel just for our I don't know. It was going to be called Kids Inspiring Kids, KIK, Kick It Up Revolution, but we found out that KIK is some sexting app, so we can't use it. So we're changing the name of it. We just don't have it yet, but there will be a name by Indy. And anyway, what I'm asking you is if any of you have kids who want to do videos, please, you can do a video. We're just putting them all into a Dropbox right now. So if you can just text it to me, and you can get my phone number from Christy or Amy, but text it to me, and it doesn't matter the age. We want kids we have some young kids, we want some teens, even if you have college students that would be willing to talk like to the kids. But here's 2 things, and they need to be horizontal. So do your videos horizontally, preferably like still, so maybe not holding them in your hand. And good lighting. So horizontal video, good lighting, and anything that you think your kids want to do. Like, we're even talking you know, some kids are talking about taking Juice Plus and, you know, that stuff, but we want things that are not Juice Plus. So if your kid is good at some sport and they want to teach a skill, you know, here's how you swing a baseball bat. You know, we live in Alaska, and this is a game that we like to play in Alaska and teach the rules of a game. Anything active, you know, why they drink water. But preferably, you know, if your kids will do the videos themselves without you interviewing them or, you know, being in it, then that's what we're hoping for. So anyway, I just want to throw that out there. We're not like just putting it out to the Juice Plus world, but I know you guys have a lot of kids, and if anybody has kids willing, and you want them to be on the YouTube channel, please, it would be awesome. We're cutting it short on time. This week would be great. So do some videos for me, get my phone number from Christy and Amy, and just text the videos to me. Thank you so much for letting me put that out there as well.
How long do you want the videos to be?
Less than 3 minutes.
Good.
Between 1 to 3 minutes.
Okay.
Sound good? All right.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Allie. Again, can't thank you enough for getting on here. Hope you guys are pumped for Indianapolis. Can't wait to see you guys and see you at the Eltons. I hope you got your dress ready.
Yeah, I need to get
right. Right, AJ? Do you have your dress yet?
We're going
shopping, so you haven't said yes to the dress yet. All right. Well, have a wonderful month, guys. We're so excited that you guys all got on tonight, and let's crush October.
All right.
Have a good evening, everybody. Take care.
Bye, everybody.
All right, bye.
Bye, thanks.
Thank you.